everyone, it's your old pal Fromark here once again with another Fromark Talks episode, and I hope you're all staying safe and doing well. And I know it's been a few months since the last episode, and I apologize for that. Time just kind of got away from me again in between episodes, but it's not like I haven't been busy. I've had a lot going on these last couple of months, but I've been busy with my yard work, and I'll go into that more in a later episode, probably do another property tour episode, but finally got my grandpa's old house down. Me and my friends AJ and Charlie helped me tear down parts of it, and then eventually I just set fire to what was left, and it was a big fire. It didn't get out of hand, and I didn't get in any trouble, so that's cool. That's cool. I'm just glad it's finally gone, and it looks totally different over there. Now all that's left to do is to just clean up what's left from where the house was. And also throughout the summer I've been helping my neighbor with his yard work, as he has this giant hill of weeds and brush behind his house, and I just wanted to help out a little bit. I didn't get to keep up with it because everything got too tall again by the time I could get back to it. And I had hurt my hands chopping trees in my yard because I'm too cheap and financially struggling to buy a chainsaw at the moment, so I just chopped away trees with a little pickaxe. I got my yard pretty well cleared up at this point, but it's still surreal that the house is actually gone after all these years, and I'm hoping maybe I can put something else nice there one day. Also, over the summer, I ended up working myself really hard with all the yard work and being out in the heat and all that stuff, and I ended up passing out for the first time, and I smacked my head off the floor, and that was pretty terrifying, but I'm okay. It was just a small scrape on the side of my head, and I'm alright. I'm just not quite sure if it was caused from me overworking, lack of sleep, lack of hydration. It could have been all of the above. I gotta admit, folks, it's a little bit of a bittersweet episode for me because this is the last time I will be recording at my day job. I'm moving on to a new job in a few weeks. It's not really a new job. I'm going back to my old job at the factory, but I'm looking forward to it. I'll be with friends and I'll get all the overtime I want. I actually have a chance to move up the ladder. I've pretty much hit my ceiling here in the caretaking agency, but I will miss taking care of the old guy and coming over here on the weekends. And the last 6 years I've been doing this, I got to know him pretty well, and it's tough, but I'll be alright, and I hope he'll be alright. And I just feel like I've hit my ceiling with this company. They won't give me the overtime I'm looking for, and there's just no way for me to really move up the ranks here. And at least by going back to the factory, like I said, I'll be with my friends. I have plenty of friends who still work over there, and it'll be an adjustment for sure, but I did that before for 4 years. That was my first job. So it's not like I'm going into something completely unaware of what to do. Now, I have been working pretty hard on the Digital Dust album, my debut album. I'm pretty close to having it done. I'm just waiting for my friend AJ to record some extra guitar stuff. I'll probably have to do a little bit more final mixing, but I should have something early next year sometime, and I'm pretty happy with how this is shaped up so far. I'm pretty happy with the 9 songs I've gotten pretty close to done, and hopefully y'all like it too. I also recently rediscovered an old childhood hobby of mine of collecting Pokemon cards, and I pretty much bought back all the cards I used to have when I was a kid, and then some, and I've pretty much already passed my card collecting kick. I just wanted to fill up a book of cards, and I did just that. But I've always been a pretty big fan of Pokemon, and I used to collect cards when I was a kid, and I remember one time I stayed the night with one of my friends, and he tried to say I stole his cards because I had my cards with me, and he was like, "Yeah, you're stealing my cards." I'm like, "No." But eventually, to shut him up, I just gave him all my cards. I remember one time I brought my Pokemon cards to school and I got them confiscated, and I tried to forge my mom's signature to get them back, and that just got me in even more trouble. There will also be some more Fromark Plays episodes on the horizon. I know there's also been a little gap in episodes here lately, but I do have a backlog of stuff finished to help hold you fans over on that stuff until the end of the year, so y'all be eating pretty good. Recently, I also got another tattoo, a Shadow the Hedgehog symbol on my right wrist to go with the Sonic symbol on my left wrist. I like getting drawn on, I like getting tattoos. I don't think I'll get like a million tattoos all over me, and stuff like my face and neck's pretty well off limits, but I like getting drawn on, it's fun. and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out this time. The place I went to even touched up my Sonic a little bit for me. And I also got a concert coming up this upcoming week. I'm going to be going to Michigan for the first time to see Devo and the B-52s with my friend Charlie. My one and only concert of the year, and I'm sure it'll be a fun time. I'm really looking forward to it. But anyways, folks, this is old Fromark once again, and I'm signing off, and I'll see you in whatever it is I do next. See you then, folks, and take care.